Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're going to talk about fragrances for sport. So, fragrances for sport, is it even a good idea? So, personally, I don't think so much that fragrances for sport is really a great idea. I don't wear fragrance when I go to the gym or when I go play tennis or whatever to do any sport. But I can understand some people that would do it. So here are some things to consider. There are two reasons you might want to wear fragrance for sports. I think is the most common is to not smell bad, to have like some kind of good smell. So what I would say, there's a lot of gym fragrance and anything that has sport in the name. Not everything, but most likely something that has sport in the name would be a good sport fragrance. What you want is something really weak, not intense. And the reason is that the way fragrance work is when a fragrance evaporates, people smell it, and basically that's how fragrances work. So now like there's like different kind of thing that will take longer to evaporate, or it will evaporate to a longer rate. There's things that evaporate faster. There are things that will evaporate and it will be like more intense, like the molecule will be more volatile in the air. Other will be more thick and will have some more trouble to stay in the air and be smelling. So you need to be aware that every fragrance is different. So if you have one fragrance that is typically weak, it's good because the way fragrance work again, it dissipate through evaporation. And when you're doing any kind of workout or sport, your body is getting hotter and warmer. So the fragrance will evaporate more rapidly, more intensely because of your heat. So if you have a weak fragrance, it will become at least average as you're wearing it. That's something you want to look for. I would say also all the family of the eau de Cologne kind of fragrance. And I'm not saying like the way some people call cologne like guy's fragrance, but I'm talking a real eau de Cologne, especially the classic one, all the eau by Guerlain, like eau du parfumeur, eau de Cologne du coq, eau Imperiale, all those fragrances by Guerlain. I'm thinking of Jean-Marie Farina by Roger&Gallet, or like the eau de Cologne by Roger&Gallet in the red box. Mess up the number, like 4711, I think it's called. That, like, you know, the green bottle that like just like $10 for a huge bottle. That fragrance is an eau de Cologne and would be doing a great job as a gym scent. It's something relatively weak and that smells good, and that's pretty much what you want. So all those cheap, like not cheap smelling, but like cheap, not expensive, like gym sport fragrance would be great. And all the eau de Cologne, even something more fancy, more expensive, Acqua di Parma, for example, could be a great like fragrance for the gym. The Acqua di Parma Colonia, the original, could be a good fragrance for the gym. Things like this would be a good choice. The other reason you might want to wear a fragrance is to enhance your performance in a way. The way you would do this is really finding a fragrance that somehow make you feel better about yourself, make you feel more powerful, more badass. I don't know really to explain this, but if you have a fragrance that when you feel it, you have more confidence, feels like the smell really resonate with you, that would be a great fragrance for sport for you. And I would say most people maybe don't need to put that kind of fragrance. Maybe if you're doing competition or something like that, you really want to push yourself and it helps you. I mean, I don't think there's anywhere in the world where they say you're not allowed to put perfume on your body before doing some kind of sport event. So why not? And maybe your favorite fragrance that make you feel great is some kind of monstrosity that will choke everyone around you. And if it's a sport that's one versus one, maybe the person against you will hate the fragrance you smell and will choke him up. Who knows? But really, what's important is to have something that really make you feel confident, make you feel great, and wear that fragrance. Now, I would say if you want to have both effect, you need to take a bit of time and look for fragrance that's not offensive, but also at the same time make you feel great and confident. And I know there's a lot of it. It's just psychological for the making you feel confident and feel great. But even though it's psychological, it's really up to you to figure out which fragrance gave you that effect. Personally, me, there's when I talk about this, a fragrance that made me feel confident and really like feel great. There's two fragrances that come in my mind. There's one, it's Polo Extreme Sport, which is sadly discontinued. It's an awesome fragrance, especially for sport. I feel it feels really great. It's a sport fragrance, so it's more or less made for that kind of activities. But there's a little something, I don't know if it's like the mix of, I think it's like the mix of pepper and elemi inside of it that really, really is awesome and I enjoy. And another fragrance would be Yatagan by Caron. It's not a fragrance I would go to do any physical activities. It's more like an everyday, well, it might be a bit intense for many people, but it's more an everyday fragrance for me for fall. I don't wear fragrance for even extreme sport. I have a bottle, but I use it sparingly because I just have, I don't have a bottle, I have a decan, and I don't want to use it too much. So I'm not using fragrance for that purpose, but I still have an idea of how it could help you in a certain way. Definitely, like right now, it would be at the Olympic. Most likely, it would have my bottle, like my little decan of Polo Extreme Sport, and I would be putting it before whatever sport I would be doing, but I don't think I would do it most of the time. Anyway, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoy, like and share. If you have any different opinion, I'd like to hear from you. I think it's a not a sensitive topic, but it's a topic that's kind of have a lot of different opposing opinion on should you wear the fragrance to go to the gym or to do some physical activity. If you're gonna go like play basketball with friends, should you wear fragrance when you do this? So write in the comment what's your opinion on that. So thanks for watching and see you soon.